Healing with intent. Your intent, as I've said in many of my courses, is so important, not only when you're running a healing, but with everything you do in life. People can sense when you're smiling at them and behind them it's really a connecting with your heart as you run healing energy or sending healing wishes to people is more important than any procedure you will ever run. And if you've ever watched or studied any impacts of the power of prayer, where people are praying thousands of miles away for others in countries where they're separated by sea, land and air, and the documented and scientifically recorded results of people's recovery and the impact of prayers even from miles away is amazing. To demonstrate the power of this, I'd like you to watch this video. And in it you will see 3 Chinese Qi, or sometimes pronounced Ki or Ki, practitioners who are working on a patient with bladder growth. And the bladder growth is being scanned throughout the whole process, which takes a few minutes. You will watch them chanting positive affirmations. They are in Chinese, but I'll tell you what they mean. And I quote the translator. This healing art is called, and forgive my pronunciation, everybody, is called Wai Qi Lia Ofa, which translated means externalized Qi therapy. And it's where you gain lots of Qi, and Qi means energy, through Qigong, which you've probably all heard of, and you've built up lots of Qi in something called the Ren meridian. So meridian is a point in your body where energy lines meet, and you then project it in different qualities on the patient.
When I saw the footage documenting the healing of a life-threatening condition within the body of a living woman using precisely the kinds of techniques that we're speaking about right now, I had the opportunity during that time to see some video footage of the healing of a 3-inch diameter bladder cancer inside the body of a woman who, by Western medical standards, had been diagnosed inoperable. She had gone, as a last resort, to a medicineless hospital in Beijing, China. It was in this medicineless hospital where they began simply by addressing the life-affirming ways that she could change how she was living her life. They taught her life-affirming ways to breathe and life-affirming ways to nourish her body, gentle movements to stimulate the energy centers in her body. So in the video documentation, the film shows a woman lying on in a hospital room. She's fully awake, she's fully conscious, she believes in the process that's about to happen. Before her, there is an ultrasound technician who is running an ultrasound wand over her lower abdomen that we can see on a split-screen television. And on the left-hand side of the screen, they do a snapshot, a freeze frame of an instant in time for reference, so we can see what her condition looked like in that instant in time. On the right-hand side of the screen, we are able to watch real time as 3 practitioners stand behind her, working with the energy in her body and with the feelings in their bodies. And what they do is they begin to chant a word that to them they've agreed upon, that reinforces the feeling within them that she's already healed. The chant essentially says already healed, already done. And as they begin to have this feeling and to say these words among themselves, on the computer screen, on the television screen, we can watch in real time this cancerous tumor as it disappears in less than 3 minutes real time. It's not like time-lapse on a documentary where you see a rose unfold in 30 seconds in something that normally takes days. This literally happens in less than 3 minutes. Her body responded to the feelings of the practitioners who were trained to have the kinds of feelings that they were having. And all they were feeling was the feeling of what it feels like to be in the presence of a woman who is already healed, fully enabled, fully capacitated. They were not seeing her as a woman who was sick, and they weren't saying, bad cancer, you've got to go away.
Now this is the translator. He says, he speaks Hua San, which at the beginning, and that means they're chanting at the growth, transform, disperse, transform, disperse. And though they're just saying the words, they're sending energy through those words and intent into this bladder growth. Then they change their chant to me, you, which means gone away. Then they change to me, you, li, which means gone, completed. And in the end, you'll see them chanting how, li, which means good, completed. So, wasn't that amazing? Working with energy and intent to create healing within the body. And that was filmed, in the last 10 years. You are as capable as they are of creating miracle healing, not only for your clients, but for yourselves and within all aspects of your life. You direct the intent where you need it to go. And there is that amazing saying, where intention goes, energy flows. And there you've just seen it in action.